Hi guys, welcome back to Simple Stupid Finance, the channel where we talk about complicated finance concepts in a simple way. And in today's video, we're gonna cover leveraged ETFs. Leveraged ETFs is a very exciting topic that is very complicated, but we'll try to explain it in the simplest possible way here. So what is leveraged ETF? Leveraged ETF is basically the ETF, and sometimes it's ETN, that has a little bit different taxation. It's this instrument which is similar to regular ETF, but it has this leverage factor. So you can amplify your gains or losses depending on the factor that you choose, right? Which ETF you choose. So one of the most popular leverage ETFs is TQQQ that has 3 leverage factor compared to QQQ, which is a regular index, the ETF that tracks Nasdaq 100. Another popular one is SSO that has leverage factor of 2 that tracks S&P 500. There's some other popular ones for shorting, like gold or oil. So there's so many choices, right? And a lot of new retail investors like to play with those leverage ETFs because I don't think they understand fully how they work. So I'm here trying to show you how all the dangers of it basically. Okay, so let's look at the first example of leverage ETF. So let's say you wanted to invest $100 and the underlying index went from $100 to $200, right? This is a regular ETF that has no leverage. So now let's say you bought the leverage that has a leverage factor of 2. So your holdings went from 100 to 300. So happy days, right? Instead of just gaining 100, you gain $200, right? It's amazing and stuff. But unfortunately, this only happens in very short amount of time. And in the second example, I'll show you what usually happens throughout a couple of days when you're holding longer for the longer period of time. Okay, so let's go. This is the second example again. We're gonna cover here leverage ETF with a factor of 2 as well. But first, let's look at how the regular ETF moves, right? So let's say you went from $100 in the first day, you lost 20%. So it's gonna be $80, right? So first day we down $20. In order for us to get back to our initial investment, we need to go up by 25%, right? Basically, $100 divided by 80 is gonna be 125. So that means we have to go up by 25% to get back to where we were. So let's say you pray to whatever the god you prefer, and the next day we went back 25%, and you get your $100 back. So you feel good about yourself. You think, oh, everything is amazing. I got my 100 back. But let's see what happens with a person that invests into the leverage ETF. So let's say he got the $100. As expected, he went down 40% because the regular ETF went down 20%. So that person's investment went to $60, right? So he lost $40. So on the next day, since the regular ETF went up by 25%, the leveraged ETF will go up by 50%. And when it goes up by 50%, what happens? We end up at $90. So you see, even though nothing extraordinary happened here, we actually end up with less money. We lost $10 in 2 days, right? Just because the way math works. Because we went 50%, but we went 50% from a much smaller number. As volatility increases, let's say we look at this for 30 days or 60 days, it's gonna get much worse, right? Because it's gonna keep happening the more it jumps around. Okay, this is the biggest danger that you have to understand before investing into the leverage ETF. Another 2 points that you want to keep in mind is when you invest in leverage ETF is daily rebalancing and expense ratio. Daily rebalancing is basically this mechanism where at the end of the day, managers of the ETF will have to rebalance their positions to reflect the fluctuation during the day. So let's say if the leverage ETF went down a lot, right? For example, they don't want to get exposed as much to the index as they were previous day because they're using all the swaps and options. So they'll have to, let's say, reduce position. And the next day, now, if the leverage ETF goes up a lot, you might still not get to the point where you were the day before because now you actually position the amount of instruments that you have in your ETF is actually smaller this time, because the managers were too worried that they're gonna go bankrupt, right? Like if they're gonna keep the same position. So this is actually also affects performance a lot if the market is very volatile. And the small issue is expense ratio. Leverage ETFs are actually more expensive because they use more sophisticated exotic instruments compared to regular ETF. Okay, I hope you guys like this video. Please comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. What other topics you want to hear about it, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.